or this.
Good afternoon. Welcome. We're going to give folks a few minutes to join the live, but we appreciate you being here after the 4th of July holiday weekend. Howdy. I see from Chef Maria. Great. Ashley, do you think we're set to start?
Yep, it looks like you can go ahead and start.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the AMAC Tips Conference webinar. We are excited to have you here. We are excited to be in conference season. My name is Ebony Wimbush. I am the president and CEO of AMAC, and I am delighted to be in partnership with Nashville International Airport, or Nashville Airport Authorities, for the 39th annual AMAC Airport Business Diversity Conference. This year, our conference theme is Soaring to New Heights. And for us, that embodies continued progress and collaboration with diverse perspectives to reach new heights of success. You will learn from all the folks who were on the call today about how we're doing that within the conference, and most importantly, how you can take advantage of the opportunities that the conference presents to you and for you. And so with that, I am not going to belabor the point, but I am going to turn it over to our local conference planning chair, Ms. Davita Taylor, who is also VP of Procurement and Business Diversity for Nashville International Airport. Davita?
All right, so live from Nashville. Thank you so much, Ebony. I appreciate that. We are super excited to have you all come to Nashville. We can't wait. We are doing a whole countdown every day here at the Airport Authority in anticipation of the conference coming. We hype up everybody we see and tell them, please make sure that you are registered and that you get here. So hopefully some of you have seen the video that we put out, pushing and hoping that you all will make sure that you register and get to the conference. And so just like Ebony said, I am the local planning chair this year. So we are super excited to have you all come to Nashville. And my partner in crime is what I'll call her right now, is waiting to talk to you all too as well. And so now I'm going to introduce Ms. Karen Ellis to you. She is the national planning chair. Karen, you there?
Get you off mute. Get you off mute. Good afternoon, everybody. Again, thank you all for being here. I too am excited, as always, to host the conference, but the Nashville team has really taken it to another level, and I'm super excited and don't want you all to miss anything. So what Davita and I are going to do is we're going to share with you all some of the things that are going to take place during the conference. So Davita, you want to tell us what's happening on Sunday? Now you're on mute.
Ding, now I'm not on mute. Thank
you,
Karen.
It's all good.
She's my partner in crime. I told y'all she's my partner in crime. She's got my back. So on Sunday, so who doesn't like to play golf? Well, if you don't like to play golf, who doesn't like an all-white day party? So that's the first thing that we kick you off with. We will be it's the Bill Walker Memorial Top Golf. And so we always try to make sure that we are partying with the purpose. This is brought to us by the AMAC Foundation. So Karen, have you already gotten your all white outfit?
I have. I'm ready to go.
Awesome. What about your swing? You've been practicing?
Oh, no, I'm not doing that. I'm one of those ones that don't want to play, but I'm going to be there. So that's those are individuals that don't play, that just want to hang out. Come hang out with me. I'm going to be around the DJ.
Yep. And so for all the folks who want tips for that, this is a great time to network informally. You get an opportunity to mix it up, talk to one another, talk to some folks across the country that you've never seen before, bond, make new relationships. So this is a great opportunity to be able to do that. Do it in the beginning, so then this can last through the rest of the conference and you can really make some great ties. Second coming up for the afternoon is the new members, first-time attendees. And so again, this was something that I went through when I first attended AMAC for the first time. This was really helpful to me because I had no idea what to expect whatsoever. So this gives you an opportunity to make sure that you know what's going on and that you're in the know. Any of the new things that AMAC is doing, you'll get to hear about that. Karen, anything you want to add about the new members?
I actually do. We do have a game that we're going to play, which is going to help our new members feel like they're not in this by themselves. There'll be quite a few new members according to the registration. And so we want it for anybody that's been to an AMAC conference, they always say, this is like a family reunion. Well, we want to make you as a new first-time attendee, new member, a part of that family reunion. And we're going to give you some fun tips that you can win prizes for by being active and getting involved. So we don't want you sitting over in the corner by yourselves. We want you to jump in just like the rest of us and have fun.
And so I see a question down here. Somebody said, is there an attire for the new member first-time attendee? And so what I would say to you is what you were going to normally wear. There's no particular attire that you have to wear for this event. This is one of the second events that we're having. So again, no particular dress code for that event.
And then there was another question about a fee for the all-white party. And I know Sunshine White is on the call. So I'm going to turn that over to Sunshine so she can jump in right there for that answer.
Thank you, Miss Karen. Yes, individual is $400. So that means that you can play and swing that golf club. And if you would like to be a spectator and just enjoy the vibe and network, it is $300.
Thank you, Sunshine. And remember, this is a party with a purpose.
Party with a purpose. We always party with a purpose. So come on and party with us.
What's happening at the welcome reception? I didn't want let's not skip over Legends and Leapers because that's going to be live and you don't want to miss that. That's always a fun time where you have your legend and your leaper kind of going back and forth and hearing different perspectives from someone that's a legend and someone that's a leaper. It always keeps you on the edge of your seat. With Ricky and Lauren May Reed being the host, you just never know with those two together what's going to happen. So you don't want to miss that live.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is one of my favorite
welcome reception.
So, as you know, just as Ebony said, Nashville is always going to try to kick it up a notch. So, as always, I'm going to now pay homage to part of our entertainment.
I see you.
So, as most of you know already, our entertainment for that night, for the welcome reception, is very fond of these types of hats. So, of course, we have brought in somebody who loves Nashville, who has taped live here in Nashville, and it has been one of his specials. We have Cedric the Entertainer. So we are super excited about this. So I'm going to use this at the all-white day party too, because it's going to be hot and sunny. So I'm going to use this too, and then put it up and use it for later when Cedric comes out. So we're super excited about the welcome reception. We really want to make sure that you all feel at home in our city. You'll get to touch and feel some things that are all about Nashville. Here's some great music. Not only do we have Cedric, but we have some great live entertainment that you all will get to enjoy that day as well. So welcome, and we're excited already.
So Ramon, you want to move on over to Monday?
Davida, before we move, and Karen, before we move to Monday, Stacy would remind us what we're wearing for the welcome reception. The deepest of blues, the brightest of gold.
I forgot, you were right. Yes, we always have a dress code or an attire to wear when you come to Nashville. So please bring and wear your best blue and gold that you can find that matches. It's almost right here, what you see on the screen right now. So please make sure you come decked out in that. My hat matches. We'll make it match. So absolutely. Thank you for that, Ebony.
You're welcome. And for those of you who are out there listening, I dropped in the flyer for the Topgolf reception. So you'll find all the details there. I'll do the same thing for the welcome reception.
And Davida, before you ask, yes, I have my gold dress and I'm ready to roll.
Awesome. Thank you. I knew you did, Karen. I knew you did.
I understand the assignment.
Yes, perfect, perfect. Make sure everybody else does too. Ebony, you got yours already? Sunshine?
So
All right,
let's go on
on to
to
Monday.
Monday. And on Monday, we'll start off with our AMAC pack breakfast. We have Miss Sandra Long on. And then I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit or if you want to wait a little bit later. It's up to you.
No, I can talk about it. Ebony, do you have an order you want to go in, or I can jump right in? No? Okay. So you're going to need to tee up my slides for me real quick.
Uh-oh, Ramon, I'm sorry. I know you're running the slides. So do you want to just you want us to wait on that? Because I don't want to put you in a position where it's like, wait, do I keep this slide up or not? Sandra, let's do this. Let's just hold off on your slides because I want to be able to get a full picture of what the pack information will be shared. And I don't think to put it in here or move it out there, Ramon's going to kill me, and I don't want him to do that. I do want to be able to wear my outfits that I have purchased for the AMAC conference.
7:30 Monday morning. So we'll circle back around. That
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks, Sandra.
Yeah.
So our keynote speaker is Fawn Weaver. She's the CEO and founder of Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey. Now, Davida, I'm sure you have a lot to say about Miss Weaver. So I'll turn it over to you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So we are absolutely excited that we were able to get Fawn as our keynote speaker. As most of you all know, she is right here in Tennessee. And the neat story about that is, I'm sure a lot of you already know that the whole Jack Daniels thing, the story behind that. And behind that story, it's really about Uncle Nearest, because he's the one who taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey and make whiskey the way he makes whiskey. And so what they found is that there were some ancestors of Uncle Nearest right in Middle Tennessee. And Fawn Weaver came in, found out what the story was like, bought in, and then Uncle Nearest was born. Premium Whiskey was born. And here's a fun fact. They have opened up a bar that's there on site at the distillery. Fun fact, Guinness Book of World Records, it is the longest bar in the world. And so, yeah, it's called the Humble Baron is the name of the facility. And so longest bar in the entire world. And so we're super excited. You'll love to hear Fawn's story. It's an amazing story about entrepreneurship. So I'm sure lots of you entrepreneurs out there are going to really enjoy her story. So we are looking forward to Fawn. Nice.
Okay. So we're moving on down. There's an opening session and the airport directors 2020 Vision Forum. Then after that, we'll have the ribbon cutting ceremony and you'll be able to go into the exhibit hall. Can you believe, Davida, that we have only 5 spaces left in the exhibit hall? We have 44 exhibitors. So this is going to be major. And we're talking to 3 companies. So in essence, we probably only have two slots left. So if you want to get in, you better get in now. It's moving right along.
Absolutely. Well, Karen, that is amazing news. And we're so excited. And we're so glad that, people are really buying into AMAC and what AMAC is about, because AMAC is a very important organization in the aviation industry. And so by only having 2 slots really left, that really tells you that people are interested and want to come. Absolutely. So we are excited about that for sure. All right, Ramon, are we on to the rest of Monday
afternoon? Yeah. So we're just matchmaking session. So that's exciting as well. It gives you an opportunity to speak with business owners and get information about working in different airports. So that's exciting. That's always a good thing. And then we'll have the chapter mixer with the exhibitors. Again, we want to make sure we give the exhibitors as much time, face time with our the audience as possible. And then,
as always, SSP will bring it live. They always put on a great show. Standing room only. Again, everybody's looking to come. So make sure that you take your nap the night before and you get plenty of rest. because you
what?
want
You
to.
better take a nap before, because
Yes.
this whole thing, it just keeps moving.
It is.
It's
It
a
is.
lot
We
of
always have
energy.
a good time. Last year was amazing. We were in a speakeasy last year, so it was really, really nice. Absolutely nice.
And last year, y'all, it was in San Antonio. It was in my city.
Yes, it was in her city for
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
So SSP showed up and showed out as they always do. We
As they always
anticipate the
do.
same thing this year for them. So we are super, super excited about being live with SSP.
So just make
Karen,
sure
one
you-
thing I wanted to mention about
Sure.
the AMAC chapter mixer is, the AMAC chapters are a new concept for AMAC. And it is really starting off to a really good start. And so this is an opportunity for those chapters to get together, mix and see one another, talk about, what's going on with their chapters. And again, another great opportunity to network. Can't say that word enough, network. Please make sure that you take advantage of these opportunities to network with folks, for sure.
And Davida, I want to share something that is hot off the presses about the chapter mixer. So HMS host Via Volta will be sponsoring it, and we will have an Uncle Nearest experience at the chapter mixer. So
awesome.
Make sure that you join us there. Make sure that you join the chapters, and I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Awesome. Thank you. That is
Fantastic.
great news, Ebony. That is awesome. Fawn
All right,
Weaver
so
comes
we're
through
moving
again.
on
We love it.
So early morning. So you're gonna hang out late on Monday night, but then you gotta get up early at
Yes.
7:30. You don't want to miss the Celebrating Women in Aviation Breakfast and Scholarship Awards. Sunshine, what can you tell us about that?
Like you said, I need everyone to get their rest. This is going to be a premier event. It's going to be so incredibly exciting. In fact, it's one of my most favorite events when we're there. And we get to celebrate the achievement of women in aviation and aerospace. We get to hear personal stories and experiences from incredibly dynamic women, and we get to recognize all of the scholarship recipients and recognize all of the donors. So it's a really exciting time, and I always leave there feeling incredibly empowered. So it is a do not miss event.
Yes. Okay.
So
So
awesome.
anything else? Davida, you want to say about the legislative meeting?
So I really want to talk about the Gateway Experience Hall opening.
Okay.
So we've got some neat stuff in store for you all when that exhibit hall opens. So here's the other thing. Nashville always we have to kick it up a notch every time we do something. So we will not disappoint. You've got to come to see who helps us kick off and open the Experience Hall. You'll know them. I'll give you a hint. They are Grammy Award winning. And so we cannot wait to see that. You'll have to show up. You got to be there. You have to get here so you can make sure that you see who that entertainment is. So we're super excited about that.
I love it.
I
love the teasers. I love the teasers. So.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Ramon, you want to go to the next day on Tuesday afternoon? So we have our Catalyst Award Luncheon. And this year, I'm proud to say that we have over 90 nominations. So this is a record year for the Catalyst Award. So you don't want to miss it. And these are industry leaders. These are representatives of the community, both local and national. So everybody's on pins and needles waiting to see out of the nomination who the winners are going to be. We will have our previous year's winners represented as well. They'll have on a pin, so you'll know who has been in that space before. But we're excited about that as well.
Yeah, and that's a big deal because you're recognized by your peers in this aviation industry. So this is a huge honor.
We've had some nominated.
Really great, and to be nominated is just an absolute honor in itself. So yeah, this is one of my favorites for sure. I love all the events, but this is also one of my favorite events. Okay, because you're giving people their flowers while they are here for the most part. So I love that.
So for the most part, talk about the preview reception, because I know how it felt last year when we did our preview reception. It was almost like, oh, it's over, but it's not really over. So you want to talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we had an amazing time last year doing the preview receptions to get people ready for Nashville. So you can kind of understand a little bit about Nashville. It was a great opportunity for us to really expose people to Nashville fully. Oftentimes people only see Nashville in one light, but Nashville has a wide variety of things to offer in culture, in diversity, in music. We have the African American Music Museum. So we got an opportunity to really showcase what Nashville was about. And so I'm excited for our 2025 AMAC business partner for their preview reception next year. And I hope, which I'm sure it will be just as brilliant as ours was in San Antonio. So we're super excited about that. So they have, Karen set the bar for us, didn't you, Karen? You set the bar. So we had to make sure that we kicked it up a notch and that we did not disappoint. So please
every
make sure
year,
that you show up.
Every year we say this is going to be the best conference ever.
Yes.
For that location, for that city. And so it is shaping up to be that for everybody. Everybody kind of takes on that ownership that we want to be the best.
Yes.
So after the preview, preview reception, there'll be an AMAC after dark party. And again, you don't want to when do you take them now? The preview reception is from 7 to 9 and then 9 to 11. There's no resting. And then there's something after that, I'm sure, because you don't want to go to bed, but then you have to get up early the next morning, which is Wednesday, which is my love, is going to be the Fireside Chat.
Yes.
We have Fireside Chats quarterly, virtually, but every time we have the annual conference, we have an in-person session, which I love. Fireside Chat is an opportunity for women that are in the industry to share their experiences on, how they got to where they are. What did they do? Things that you didn't do. What I'm having this experience, and they can ask those questions amongst their peers and get answers. So I'm super excited. This year we have Judith Bird. We have Carrie Adams, who would be representing the emerging leaders, Jamie Reed, and Endora Figueroa. So we do have a great variety of individuals from all sectors within the aviation industry, and we will be just chatting. Unfortunately, it's at 8 o'clock in the morning. We can't have that glass of wine like we wanted to, but we really want it to be an engaging, interactive kind of session where people have an opportunity to share what they, some of the things, challenges that they may have. And I will say this, a couple of, the first in-person session that we have, I had a young lady come up to me afterwards and she said, I'm now encouraged because she said, I've been sitting in the back of the room. I want to grow, but I didn't know how to do it. And so she said, I've learned so much from the ladies here that now I feel empowered to be able to take that next step, which I probably would have done. So that to me was worth every bit of us having the conversation. So
Karen, let me ask you this. Would you consider this a safe space for women to be able to have this type of dialogue?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we do have some men that will show up, but they're very quiet. We like, this is not about you right now. I love my guys, Tosin, Ramon.
I don't like to be on this call right now.
Love y'all. But, this is our time because, sometimes we have, especially with the emerging leaders, we have young people that are new in the industry and they don't have a voice or they don't feel like they have a voice. Or they can say something and then their male counterpart will say the same thing. It will be received from him, but not necessarily them. And so how do you make sure that your voice is heard? So this is a safe space.
Just had a conversation about that today. So absolutely on point, Karen.
Tosin, you came on camera. So did you want me to make sure I saw you? Because I know you're here. We're going to say something about that.
I was trying to send a message for the fellas, but keep going.
I called you out and said I had much love for my brothers that were on the call. I got you. So Davida, you want to talk about the BNA opportunity?
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about the BNA opportunities and the tour all at the same time. So again, we're excited to have you all come. This gives us an opportunity to talk about the things that are happening out here at the Nashville International Airport. As you know, we just wrapped up one of our $1 billion expansions. We're rolling into the next billion-dollar expansion. And so we want to kind of talk to people about those opportunities. What's out here? What opportunities do you have that you can come out here and do business with us? Or for those who are in airports already, hey, you want to come talk to us about potentially, well, we're thinking about doing that project. How did you all do it? And what were your lessons learned? So you get an opportunity to hear about us and the opportunities that we've got coming up at the airport. So super excited to share. We do something like this every year, but now we get to do it on a national scale with you all. So we're absolutely excited to be able to do that. The other thing is we are proud of our baby. You can't see it outside my window right now, but outside my window is our terminal. It has grown tremendously. I love it when people say to us, oh, Nashville looks like a big time airport now. And it does. It is moving up in the ranks. And so we really want to make sure that we share it with you all, that you get a front row seat, and not only a front row seat, but you also get to look behind the curtain and check out what we're doing. And so that'll be a great tour. You don't want to miss it. I know it is already filled up, and it filled up quick. And so that's a good thing, but you all will get an opportunity to see it. Yes. And so everybody wants to see it. So we're excited, especially this being the last day. Everybody's kind of like, and so for it to fill up as quick as it did, my CEO was like, yay. So he enjoys giving these tours. So yes, and somebody asked, were we a large airport? We are now. We're no longer a medium hub. We are considered a large hub airport.
So Davida, there's a lot going on from Sunday to Wednesday.
Yes, Karen.
There's no dull moments or lull periods or, to your point, times for us to get a nap. But get some energy drinks, get some coffee. Tosin, you drinking coffee? You drinking something else? Okay. Get something to drink because it is full on. Once you get there, it is choom, 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 move. See people and interact and engage with people. That's the best way for you to have an experience at the AMAC conference. It's people used to say that we're party organization, but that's not the case. And if you look at the agenda and the things that we're going to be doing, you see that that's not the case. So we do have
most of our parties are with a purpose. So know that, Karen, most of our parties are with a purpose.
We do have a good time.
So things that we do at times, it is partying with a purpose. And one thing that I'd like to tell folks, to make sure that you get an opportunity to experience, pre-plan. You've got the agenda out there. Make sure that you look at it and you pre-plan. Be strategic about what you want to do, who you need to talk to, what you want to see, who you want to hear say something. So make sure that you pre-plan, because that's an important part of this as well. So take the schedule and the agenda, look at it. And if you've got questions, AMAC is ready to flag it, because I highlight stuff to death. I want to make sure I go here. And if you got a partner coming with you, tag team. One go here, one go there. So
and Vita, for us women, I guess, make sure you're looking at, okay, I need to wear this for this and this for this. So yeah, all of that, you got to be, Sunshine, I see you smiling, but
it's one of my very favorite things. I look forward to all of the themes at all of the events. I plan this out months in advance so that I can show up looking my best.
Started the late closeout the other day and found some boots in my closet that I bought last time that I got to remember to put in the
bag, Karen. Put it in the bag.
Hey, now I got to get another outfit to wear the new boots with. So
yes, you can wear with your gold dress. You got a gold dress coming.
No, I got gold shoes to go with the gold dress. So no, ma'am, I got that covered. So
I love it.
Ramon, we're going to turn it back over to you because we will continue to talk about what we love about the conference and the different things that you need to be prepared for. So hopefully we answered anybody's questions that they may have. Just know that it's a lot of fun and it's a lot of learning and it's a lot of networking. So be prepared for all that. Bring a lot of business cards and or have your QR code ready to go.
Yes, and dress for the weather because it is warm. It is warm in Nashville in August. So think about that when you're packing.
San Antonio last year, so
yes.
Definitely. Well, thank you, Dilly, so much for all that information. And rather than hear from me, I'm going to introduce Mr. Tosin Casali, who has he's the chair of our membership committee as well as VP of Business Development for HMS Host by Volta. That is a lot to say. But Tosin, I'm going to let you take care of it from here.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for letting me get a word in. It's hard to follow this
cheap shot.
Hey, you know we'll get him later.
Yes.
It's all good. All love. As you can see, there is no shortage of friendship and love within AMAC. This is one of the reasons why this conference is very special. As a guy who attends at least 6 to 7 or maybe 8 conferences a year, I can say that there are very, very few conferences where you get to really connect with people directly, whether they're the CEO of an airport or the CEO of a concessionaire or an owner operator of a small business. Again, everybody gets a chance to interface together in the same capacity, and lots of ideas being exchanged, a lot of information being exchanged, a lot of opportunities also being exchanged. As I lead in my role within business development at HMS Host, I can say emphatically that I've met people at AMAC who I've now done business with, right? So if that's any indication of how strong the connection at AMAC is for concessionaires and for anybody looking for an opportunity within an airport, it's very, very important to be present, I think Davida said it, be intentional about who you want to see, who you want to meet. And I think while we're discussing this, I'm here to just give you some tips, if you will, on how to make your conference experience a much fruitful one. And part of what you'll hear from me this afternoon will also be repeated at the new members, new attendees orientation, if you will, which is on Sunday, August 4th at 4 p.m. So please, if you're on this, chat or this conference and you want to attend this in person to be able to connect with some of the people you've heard from today, myself included, please show up and we'll be more than welcome. More than happy to receive you and give you some more context for your conference experience. Okay, going on to the next slide. Okay, so lots have been said, lots of exciting opportunities with different stakeholders. We've got entertainment opportunities also, Cedric the Entertainer, an undisclosed musician, which I think you'll be very excited about. Somebody mentioned, hey, people party. Again, conferences are intended for networking. So you'll see a common theme almost every conversation everyone's going to have with you is if you learn and can practice your networking, AMAC is one of the most fertile grounds for networking, right? So, as someone who goes to conferences constantly, partying or having some kind of, engagement where people are, kind of in a social setting is the norm, right? So AMAC is no different than any other conference. It's the norm to be in an environment where you're away from your family, you're with coworkers or with business-minded people who want to have dinner or go see a show, et cetera. Again, that's part of the experience. But to get into more direct opportunities for you to before, so we've broken this into 3 different parts: before the conference, during the conference, and after the conference. And as you can see from the screen, download the AMAC conference app. Nothing is going to get you more prepared for all the different activities, knowing where you need to be, what you need to prioritize, than being on the app and understanding where everything is going to be and how impactful that could be to maximizing your time with people and the efficiency at which you navigate the conference, right? So that's one. Study your conference agenda, right? All the different panel discussions, all the different keynote speakers, all the different activities will all be on the agenda. So please be familiar with what you want to prioritize. That becomes how you navigate the entire, again, we're expecting, I think, Karen, about 1,300 from my last count, maybe a little bit more in this round. Yeah, so that's a great number. It's a great number of people. I think it may be one of the highest, I think, since last year was probably the record. So if all comes to fruition this year, this will be another record, if I'm not mistaken. So the conference agenda becomes your Bible, if you will, where you need to know where everything is and where everything is going to be. Okay. And then the exhibit hall exhibitor list, right? This is also a list of every company that will be exhibiting within the conference. So if you're interested in hearing something very specific to whether you want to be a brand operator or a concessionaire or somebody in the design and construction realm, you will have exhibitors there who would be able to give you direct information on how they go about their processes or looking for partners or anything in between, right? So this is an opportunity for you to be very, very targeted in who you want to talk to while you're at the conference, because very, very likely that they will be at their booth looking for people like you to interface with. And then your member profile, right? This is your AMAC social media card, if you will, right? Who are you? Where are you from? What are you looking to do? All these things could be very, very easily identifiable on the app. So if you do have the app and you add to your member profile, it'll be easy for someone like myself to look for someone who's based in Georgia, who's based in Tennessee, right? So that will help all the external people navigate their opportunity within AMAC. And then please take a look at the chapters, right? If you're in one of the established chapters, if that's in your region, that is the fastest way to get connected to people who are in your area, who can give you direct access and direct context into how to make your AMAC experience much better, even during the conference, after the conference, and beyond, right? And then follow AMAC and the chapters on LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn has become a very prominent social media, social networking tool for professionals. So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, don't know what LinkedIn is, please Google it. Make sure you fill out your information and then connect with AMAC there directly. During the conference, goes without saying, we've talked about this enough. Network, network, network. Please, one thing that you will find if you're a first-time attendee is that there are tons and tons of established relationships within the community already. As someone who may not be comfortable with kind of introducing yourself or kind of joining a group, it's imperative for you to practice that ahead of time. And the other thing is, the reason we're having these things is the people that you saw present in front of you today are people who can help facilitate that for you, right? They can help introduce you to people who can take you around the conference and help navigate your networking opportunities. And also, you will also hear that AMAC, hey, there are all these cliques, people have established friendships, I can't get in. Form your own clique, right? You're going to be in a room on August 4th, in that room at 4 o'clock. You're going to be in a room with like-minded individuals, people who are attending for the first time. Grab a business card, introduce yourself, say, hey, this is my first time. That'll help you kind of create your own crew and your own posse, if you will, and then navigate the rest of the conference that way. So that's one way I've seen work for other people. Attend as many sessions as possible, very informative, lots of people, lots of experience, lots of gems that you can help through your business experience, and then engage on the conference app. Again, the app is the quintessential way to understand what's happening across the conference. And then the Gateway Experience Hall, as I mentioned earlier, you will have access to all the different people who are exhibiting. So make sure you're familiar with that list, and that list is also available online. And what I'll do before this chat ends, I'll also add the chapters and the committee's links. So if you're interested in joining a committee or being a part of a chapter, that link will take you directly to that website, and then you'll be able to kind of navigate your way from there. Then after the conference, I can't stress this enough. Follow up, follow up, follow up, right? Everyone you're going to be in contact with, at least who has some level of influence in some discipline that they represent, will be very busy, right? So if you send an email or a text message and it doesn't get responded to the first time, the second time, please don't take that as hey, this organization, touted they would have all these people, and then I went and I came back and nobody followed up with me. You have to be tactful in the way you follow up, right? Make your pitch, make your presentation memorable. Have people have cue cards in their minds about your experience in talking with them, in navigating with them. That way, when you send them that follow-up email, you can point to exactly where you met, what you talked about, and say, hey, I really enjoyed that conversation about this. I really want to follow up with you. And then if you don't hear back from that person, try something else. Connect with them on LinkedIn, connect with them via text, connect with them via email, right? The more they see that you're active, the less you look like someone who's just opportunistically sending out mass emails to people, because people are inherently busy within the industry. So it helps to have some kind of spiel and some directness in your approach to networking after the conference. And another way, join a committee, join a chapter. The same people I'm referring to will also more than likely be part of the AMAC organization and will be part of a chapter or a committee. So please use that as a medium as well. The more active and the more you engage, when you volunteer your time and opportunity with the people who you're looking to connect with, the more they get to know you, the more they engage in whatever endeavors you're looking to get done business-wise, right? So one thing I tell people is, don't be shy about making this about business, right? I think all of us want to network. We want to, get to know people. But at the end of the day, if the outcome is not income, then what's the point, right? So want to make sure that you understand that no one's going to fault you for having a business mind when you go through this process. So please keep your company, keep your opportunities at the forefront of your discussions, right? We all want to be friends and, and hang out and get to know each other. But at the end of the day, we're all managing our personal bottom line and P&Ls, right? So please.
Tosin, I'm going to make a t-shirt that says that. If the outcome is not income, I love it. That is great. I'm going to have to use that. That is great.
Okay.
I think since this call is being recorded, I can't completely take credit for it. This is a Drake line. If you ever know about Drake, this came from a Drake line, but I loved it so much, and so I use it all the time because it really is true. If the outcome is not income, then why are we here, right? So please,
we need to just change it a little bit and make it our own.
Yes,
fair enough.
Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Freedom of speech. All right. So so with that said, look, I'm really happy. I went through the people on this list. A lot of unfamiliar names. Please, if you see me during a conference, if you send me an email, text, or anything, let's grab a coffee, let's grab a water, let's grab a drink, whatever it is. Just again, I chair the membership committee, so I'm always looking for people with the bandwidth to help with what we're doing. Again, we've had tremendous success growing the membership over the last few years. And the only way this was capable and possible is because we had a lot of people who are like you volunteer and bring some fresh ideas from their background, their perspective to enable AMAC to be the beneficiary of your input. So please, if you see me, if you see Sunshine, Karen, Davida, Ramon, Ebony, anybody, Andre, please make it a point to say hello. That way you have a familiar face that you can connect with and then take it from there.
And Tosin, I just want to add a couple of things, and this is something that when Tosin and I kind of joke about when we host our quarterly membership orientation meetings, and again, it isn't just for new members, it's really for all members, is if we take AMAC as a whole and not just and just go beyond this conference, this is a full contact sport. This does not favor those who sit on the sidelines, and you will get sideline outcomes if you just sit on the sidelines. So I think the one thing that Tosin and I, the one analogy we use is like a gym membership. You can't just get a gym membership and walk out with six-pack abs. You still got to put in the work. You still got to get in there, use the machines and all that. And we say that because, again, AMAC as a whole and this event in particular, we provide all the platforms and opportunities for you to take advantage of to grow your business, to meet and network with new people. And again, as Karen and Davida were saying, we have a lot of great events and they are a lot of fun. And you will do business, you will make connections. But again, it's up to you to kind of get off the sideline and get involved. So again, like I said, this is a full contact sport. We do love to have fun. We are a big family, but it is serious business because of the things that we are working on and working to protect and advocate for. So yeah, I just wanted to piggyback on that, Tosin. And we need a couple more male voices because the rest of the beautiful ladies now going on from here. But I don't know, T, if you have anything else that you want to drop in.
No, I think that covers it. As I said, please get to Nashville early. I'm the food guy, so if you are looking for any recommendations on food or where to hang out, I'm your guy.
He really is.
So please don't be shy.
So there's a question in the chat about the app name. The app. You want to partner, Ramon, or you want me to do?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead, Karen.
So the app is under Hoovera. And I know it's crazy, but it's WHOVA, and you can go in, and I think you have to be registered before they can give you the link, but it's under the Hoovera app. And the good thing about the Hoovera app is it allows you to keep the information. So I still have information in there from last year that, if, like to Tosin's point, if you had a contact that you met last year and I didn't follow up with them like I should have followed up with them, it's still there for you to be able to follow up with them.
Excellent. No, thank you for that, Karen. And thank you so much, Tosin. We're going to move along. And I want to introduce Ms. Sunshine White. She's already been jumping in on some of the conversation. She is the chair of the AMAC Foundation Board of Directors and also Delaware North Senior Director of Strategic Partnerships. Sunshine, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Ramon. This has been really exciting. I have to commend Davida and Karen, for kicking this off with such energy. I felt so invigorated immediately. I was excited, and that's the energy that you can expect at the conference. That's what we all bring. All of us are so passionate about AMAC and its purpose, and I am so glad that you guys were able to kick it off, and then for Tosin to round it off and share how to continue to be involved or to get involved with AMAC is extremely exciting. So as Ramon said, I am the chair of the AMAC Foundation. And so who is the AMAC Foundation? We are here to engage and support and empower youth who are really excited about careers in aviation and aerospace. And actually, some of those students don't know the potential and the careers that are available in aviation and aerospace. And so we are dedicated to ensuring that they have an opportunity to learn more about how to become involved in our industry. And often youth are unaware that there are so many different areas and that we are an ecosystem, that you could be a business developer like Tosin, or you could be an engineer, or you could be an attorney. There are so many things that are available in the aviation and aerospace industry. And so we do this by working to develop programs, by offering scholarships. And you'll see what we do throughout the year is fundraise, fundraise, fundraise. We want to give every student an opportunity to get the funding that they need to go to school, to pursue careers in aviation and aerospace, and to really diversify our industry. And you'll see here on the screen, there is a QR code where you have the opportunity to donate to the foundation. And you'll see this QR code throughout foundation events and during AMAC. And I always want to share that no matter how little or how much you donate, it all matters. And so if you scan this QR code and you're able to donate $25 or $25,000, please know that all of this, 100% of this is going to support students who are pursuing careers in aviation. So I sincerely encourage you to do what you can and know that it does make a difference. All right, so we talked about some of these exciting events, and Davida and Karen did a wonderful job of creating the excitement. And I am incredibly excited about the all-white day party. And when I tell you that it is going to be a vibe, I am telling you, you do not want to miss this. It will be unlike any other event that we have ever had before. And so I'm looking forward to everyone coming in their crispy white and enjoying their time. We're going to have a live band who is going to take you back down memory lane with that live entertainment. You know how that feels. And we're in Nashville. How could we not have live entertainment? We're going to have a DJ so that we can give our live entertainment a break. But we want to make sure that we are creating incredible energy while we're there. And when we say partying with a purpose, every dollar that comes in is going directly to scholarships. So you are partying with a purpose. You are coming to network and to have an incredible experience, but you are changing lives. You are changing lives. You're having fun and you are making an impact on the future generation of aviation leaders. So why not do both, right? Have a good time and make a difference. So I expect to see everyone there, and there are going to be tons of photos and opportunities for you to network and make some incredible friends. On Monday, we have Project Lift. And we didn't have an opportunity to talk about this earlier, but every year we host Project Lift. And this is when we invite high school and college students to learn more about careers in aviation. And often this is hosted at a local university. And this year it will be at TSU, which is also in walking distance to the conference. And we will bus in a whole bunch of young people, and we'll have members from our community come in and talk about careers in aviation. They have an innovative technology center where they're going to have AI experiences and really be able to dive in. So we're really excited to be able to host local students from the Nashville area. Also, we have the beginning of our AMAC Foundation silent auction, which is we're going to have tons and tons of not only items and electronics, but we're going to have some incredible experiences. Last year we had Cartagena was, I think, where we had our Airbnb and we auctioned that off. And this year you'll see several other experiences and vacations. They're going to be incredible. And so what you'll do is text AMAC 2024 to 76278. And I'll put this in the chat for everyone, and that will give you access to all of the wonderful gifts and also give you the opportunity to sign up for the account so that you're able to bid on the items. Again, 100% of the proceeds here go to scholarships. So we're counting on you to bid on these items. Again, no item and no experience is too small. So if you also have something that you'd like to donate to this experience, we are happy to take that so that we can put it up for auction. And then lastly, on Tuesday, we talked about the Celebrating Women in Aviation breakfast. Again, we have some incredibly dynamic speakers, and this is going to be an opportunity for us to really recognize and honor those students that we have given scholarships to. And they have worked very, very hard and put in applications and wrote essays about why they should be the recipients of these scholarships. And we are so incredibly happy to be able to support them throughout their journey. And we are always looking for mentors for these young people who are getting scholarships to make sure that they have someone in the industry as they pursue their careers in aviation. And so if you are interested in mentoring these young folks who are receiving these scholarships, we'd also like to see you there. So you'll see Ramon also has this text the AMAC 2024. Please text and get yourself signed up. That's it. I'm excited for everyone to, again, like Tosin said, if you see me or any of us, please introduce yourself, say hello. We love networking. It's in our blood, right? We love it. So we want to introduce you to whatever and whoever is important to you. Whatever your love is, whatever you're most interested in, one of us knows who to get in touch with and to put you in touch with. So don't be afraid to say hello. We are excited to support you in your journey, whether you are a new member or an existing member. We are here for you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sunshine, for all of that. And now we are going to a very also equally important part of the AMAC family, and that is our Political Action Committee, which is chaired by Miss Sandra Long. Sandra?
Yep. Ramon, thank you so much. And to everyone, listen, I should have went first when I had a chance. I mean, coming after this panel, I did not play that right politically. And so I'll know next time. Well, listen, I think I have about 3 minutes, and here are the things that I think you need to know when it comes to the PAC. In the back of me, the reason I changed my background is because a lot of times people don't understand what we do when we say AMAC PAC, and it's a political action committee. In our name is everything that we do. We are about the political action in our industry. There's not much that happens in this industry or really in the world that doesn't have some politics involved. And that's just the name of the game. I mean, when I think about being a part of the BNA community, being a part of the AMAC community, what I know for sure, like I had a lot of support. I had Davita, her team. I asked anyone that would help me to help me. If they say, how did you go from 0 stores to 18 stores in BNA alone in 2 years? Nothing happens without being in the room where the deal makers are. And that's the bottom line. And so the AMAC breakfast is so important. Let me step back for a second, then I'll tell you the breakfast. The PAC is about making sure that people in Capitol Hill, on the Hill in Washington, and really now in state houses know what it is that we do, that they support us. Our job is to raise money and give it away to the state legislators, federal legislators, and anyone who has an effect on policy and legislation. We put a voice. I mean, AMAC does that holistically, but we need to be able to do that to every congressional member, every senator, every state rep across the country. Nothing happens without it. So when I think about us putting together the breakfast, I'm super excited this year to be the chair because I see the growth. Davida, we've done it. We've got Harold Love Jr. And Harold Love, he came after his dad, Harold Love Sr., who was in the state house in Tennessee for 30 plus years. Well, Junior has a trajectory that we will see him in Washington, D.C. He is now the president-elect for the Black legislators across this country. He will be installed, I think it's in November. So for lack of a better word, the power that he has, that he will bring to Nashville and Tennessee and now to everyone across the country. And he's inclusive because I said, Harold, how can I get, isn't he, Davida?
He is.
Right? So I think for the people on the call, it is a 1-2 punch. It's Harold Love Jr., President-elect, National Black Legislators, and then it's Stephen Holtzford, who is the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus. And so we have local and national in that room, and I am telling you, it is where, I like to say, it's where the power players are, it's where the deal makers are, right? You need, that was that my wrap-up sign, Davida? Wrap it up, Sam. But I just want people to understand, if you're serious about being in this industry, then you must know the things that affect the industry, that affect ACDBEs, that affect our partners, Tolson and the Voltas and all of those great, you've got to be in the know and you have to understand the industry. Those are people that are serious about doing business in this industry. And so I'm sorry I didn't get more time, but that 3 minutes, I hope that gave you what you need. There is a QR code. The breakfast is $150. It'll be the best $150 that you ever spent because the people that you need to see are in the PAC's room. Come and see me and be with us that day. And so, Ramon, thank you for the time. I appreciate it. Sunshine, I'll be at some of your events. Davida, this is going to be remarkable. And Karen Ellis, you are doing it again. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandra. And just to echo a little bit of what Sandra was saying, unless you're living under a rock or something, I'm sure you are probably aware of all the attacks that are going on to programs that AMAC very much holds dear to our hearts. So I think there was a time when we were looking to preserve these programs. Now we're looking to protect them as well. So it's very important what Sandra and the PAC are doing. So if you can attend the breakfast, please, please, please do so. And Sandra as well. No, okay. With that, go to the next person. Thank you, Sandra. And I will introduce now Mr. Andre Titus. He is with the Airport Minority Advisory Council. He is the Senior Manager of Programs and Operations. And essentially, he's the guy pulling the strings and working all the stuff behind the scenes. So now we said, Andre, you got to get out in front and get seen. So Andre's going to go over some of the concession conference tracks, I should say. So Andre?
Thank you, Ramon. You give me way too much credit, my friend. Really quickly, Davida, I know it's not blue and gold, but I do have my Nashville hat on because I've been in a Nashville state of mind in these last couple of months as we're preparing to execute this to execute this excellent conference. And thank you to everyone who were able to join us today. So I know we're pressed for time. Ramon just gave me the heads up. So I'm going to go through our sessions for our concurrent workshop tracks as quickly as I can and hopefully leave some time for Q&A for the group. So we have a very informative set of sessions. We're going to start off with the concessions track. We get things kicked off with a star-studded panel that are going to discuss the pros of supplier diversity. And we're talking industry leaders. We're talking the top-notch We have Mr. Steve Johnson, the president and CEO of Volta, Mr. Greg Paradis, president and CEO of Paradis Lagardère, and Michael Spadkis, CEO of SSP America, having a robust discussion on supplier diversity. So that is not going to be a panel, if you're a concessionaire, that you're going to want to miss. The next concessions session we have will be on-ramps for mentoring diverse firms. This is going to feature a discussion to learn what airports and their stakeholders are doing and what they've developed to help launch this goal locally. So you're going to hear about the successes of several of these mentoring and onboarding programs, how they were developed, what worked, some of the results, and how these models can be used in airports' new requirement for incorporating a small business element. Next, we'll have the Innovate to Elevate, Digital and AI Trends and Concessions and Consumer Insights. And this panel is going to focus on giving attendees, making sure they better understand, or giving them a better understanding through digital strategies and tools about the importance of utilizing those tools to identify the consumer habits and preferences, and also touch on the potential role that AI is going to play in the future of aviation and how concessionaires can leverage that in their businesses. And finally, for the concessions track, we will have a brand enhancement panel that will focus on how concessionaires, either within the industry or concessionaires from the street side are looking to get into aviation, can distinguish themselves in the airport environment. And we have some of the best subject matter experts from both inside the industry and outside the industry that are going to be participating on that panel. We're going to move on to the AEC track now. And that panel, the first panel, I should say, the Airport Infrastructure Programs with MWBEs as primes. This panel is going to feature a discussion on some of the upcoming infrastructure programs with a specific structure to enhance the opportunity for M and WBE firms and to lead the efforts and also expanding those firms beyond the sub role. Next is always one of our popular panels on the AEC track, and it'll feature the development programs from several airports. This is going to include a program and project opportunities for both professional contracting and or concession services. It's going to incorporate a discussion of alternate project delivery, the benefits and challenges, and also include the timeline, the program budgets, some of the other critical elements that'll be needed for those programs and their development. Next will be the modified microgrids panel. And this panel is going to have attendees understand some of the key challenges that airports are facing with respect to high utility costs and peak demand charges. And this is going to involve EV and the electrifications of airports, also going to focus on increasing the resiliency and actually implementation of electrical vehicle infrastructure on site. And the final panel for the AEC track is going to the Innovative Construction Technology panel. The participants here will learn some of the benefits and challenges that have been experienced using modular construction, as well as learn how to maximize diversity participation on projects that are using modular construction. And finally, for our brand new airports tracks, this track is going to focus on the airport sector. It was the professional development track in the past. We wanted to shift and give more of an airport focus. So this will be our inaugural airport track, but we have a really robust lineup of sessions. It's going to start off with an airport sustainability panel. Today airports have to balance economic prosperity and social well-being, as well as environmental stewardship. And this session is going to provide some insights on some of those successful sustainability strategies that airports are using, and how that can be applied to the electrification of airports, and also talk about some of the resources that the federal government is going to provide to that end. Next, we have the Empowering Diversity panel that focuses on empowering diversity leadership strategies for inclusive airport procurement and concessions. Now, this is going to be a unique panel that is focusing on the exploration on the necessary alignment between airport directors' vision and their procurement and commercial management leads to execute a more equitable and inclusive business environment. I think this is going to be a highly, highly attended panel. This is one I would encourage, especially folks in the airport or airport employees or in the airport contracting side to attend. After that, we have the Navigating ESG Reporting for Sustainable Airport Operations. And this will help the attendees of that session gain an understanding of ESG reporting frameworks, their relevance to the aviation industry. And we'll also take a look at some real world case studies and examples of that airports have used to successfully implement ESG reporting on site. Finally, we are going to wrap that section up with the Developing a Culture of Innovation panel. And a couple of things we're going to cover here. We want to define what constitutes a culture of innovation. We have a couple of airports lined up that have some excellent programs that they're ready to share with us. And also we'll focus on recognizing its significance in the aviation industry. And also take a look at the differences in finding the distinguishing factors between what incremental innovation is, how you can find sustaining innovation, and finally, I think what most people are looking for is that disruptive innovation. So again, I think we have a really, really robust set of sessions for you folks that are attending. If you haven't signed up, please do. We are really, really excited about being in Nashville. We're just over 3 weeks away, I think. So I'm excited again. This team is. I look forward to seeing every one of you there. As everyone has said, network, reach out to us. We're some of the nicest people you will meet. So please come up to us at Nashville at the conference. Look forward to seeing you all.
Davida and I tried to warn you that it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. So I'm going to the gym. I'm stretching. I'm doing all of the kind of stuff that I need.
Hydration, all of it.
Awake. I'm taking my vitamins and making sure drinking a lot of water. So we encourage you to do the same thing because this is not for the weak at heart. This probably on Tuesday you'll start slowing down and we'll be like, you got to get it going. We still got a couple more days to go. So it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of movement.
A lot of movement, but it is exciting and we can't wait to host you all in our beautiful city. We have got lots for you to do here in our city for sure. Lots of contacts for you to make here in the city and within AMAC itself. So we are proud to be able to show you our city and we're excited to have AMAC in partnership with us for that. So we can't wait to see y'all because y'all know that I'm country, so it's coming out. So we can't wait to see y'all. Right. So get here.
Excellent. Thank you for all that.
You did a great job. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. And this is the Q&A portion. I know we want to be respectful of people's times. There are some questions in the chat. We're going to kind of do as best as we can to kind of address them. Again, the purpose of this webinar, really, for those of you of a certain age, kind of like that book, What to Expect When You're Expecting, that's kind of what this the purpose of this was, just kind of give you a taste. Just so you can't say that we didn't warn you that this, again, it's a full contact sport.
Eddie.
Yep. What is the dress code for the orientation? Business casual. Business casual, I think we can say for pretty much about the event, other than obviously our white party for Top Golf and some of our evening and special events throughout the day. Is there a fee for the all white event? There is not, but there is a fee if you want to participate in the in Top Golf. I think that all the bays right now are sold out. So I think there's still an opportunity, Karen. I think to if you want to buy
spectators.
Yeah, not necessarily. Yeah, to be a spectator, not necessarily to play, unfortunately. And that's really just a testament to all the support that folks have for the foundation. There isn't really a deadline to purchase the spectator tickets for the golf option, but we will need to see if there indeed is one.
Well, I will say this, it may not be a deadline, but I don't want you to walk up thinking you can come in. So if you're interested, I would say go ahead and sign up now because we don't want you standing on the outside going, I want to come in. I want to come in. Because we have there's a capacity level that we have to be respectful of.
Absolutely. So get your ticket now.
Get it now.
Mm-hmm.
Another question, matchmaking has been closed for a long time. Is that correct? It is, but you know what? I still say show up. You still need to show up because you never know, folks might drop out or they've already met the folks they intend to meet. So definitely at least attend the business matchmaking portion. Very, very key. Again, a theme throughout all of the presentation today. It's just about making connections, and that's what we want to do. Pay chapter dues at the mixer. No, you can, but there's no one there to kind of take your money. So someone asked, are we able to pay chapter dues at the mixer? Unfortunately, we are not. So I want to urge you all to please make sure you sign up for a chapter before coming
Online.
to do it online. And no, yes, the chapter mixer is open to everyone.
Mhm.
So last year in San Antonio, we had a bunch of individual parties that each chapter held. This year, we want to bring everyone together in the spirit of cohesiveness. So we will have that evening mixer for all the chapters, and all the chapter board members will be present for you to get to know. And again, it's open to everyone. And this is another way to drive more energy back into the exhibit hall. A note on the chapters: you can join as many chapters as you want. It's $50 per person, per chapter, per year. The only caveat is you have to choose your home chapter. In other words, if you want to be the home chapter for Denver, you can only vote or be a more member or whatever in that one chapter city. So yes, the chapter mixer is open to everyone. Let's see if there's anyone else. Is being a large airport? Davida, someone actually asked that.
Did, and I answered them a little while ago.
Yeah.
We have gone from medium hub to large hub, so we're in the big leagues.
Moving on up.
There was a question about the Atlanta chapter, and I know that they have not completed everything for their ratification of the chapter, but I think they're very close. So I would not hold my breath, and they think that they would not be there by the time of the conference. So Chef Maria, just keep holding on.
Yes, the Atlanta chapter is next. They are at the 1 yard line, and we are hoping that they cross. They've pretty much done 95% of everything that needs to be done, but they should be online. Again, if they're not online by the time of the conference, it won't be long after. So please make sure you kind of keep an eye on that, and we'll definitely be making announcements throughout the conference and after the conference with regards to chapters. When will the Hoovera event invitation code become available? I want to say very soon. I'll have to check in with the Hoovera event team as far as when we will make that available. I know Karen and David, I think, touched on it earlier with regards to the app. That is probably the best way to connect with as many people as possible.
You know, and talking about the app, as I was sitting here, I went back in and signed in because I had not signed in since last year. So it was automatic for me. They just sent me a code to confirm. And once I confirmed, I picked up right where I left off, and a lot of the information is already saved in the app. So
definitely. And I'm trying to see, there's a lot of questions here about restaurant recommendations from
Tosin.
From Tosin.
Tosin's the foodie.
Great job already. He's already dropped them in. So
I'm
he's done a
telling
great
you,
job.
Tosin's a foodie. Lance Little said, Tosin, if you want to find somewhere to eat, ask Tosin.
When will we be making this recording available? I would say probably in the next 48 hours. So if anyone who might have missed this, or if you want to relive all the fun, give us about 48
hours. Of course you want to relive Davida and I's session.
Yeah. Exactly. We can have this posted on our YouTube channel at least within 48 hours after. And of course, you get to see Miss Davida's hat again. See, I didn't think of Cedric the Entertainer. I thought immediately of like the Beyonce hat, but that's just
Cedric all day.
Cedric all day. Excellent. Okay. Someone asked, what chapter should someone in Maryland sign up for? We have a Baltimore / Washington, D.C. chapter that you can sign up for. If not that, like I said earlier, you can sign up for any of our 6 already launched chapters. So anyway, we are, 15 minutes over. See, we are extra. We give you more than what's needed.
It's so good. We just couldn't stop talking. We get so excited. It's the passion that comes out in us.
Yes.
Can't wait. And I think Andre said it, someone said we're a little about 3 weeks.
Andre.
Yeah, Andre said about 3 weeks away.
3 weeks.
So if you are not prepared, do like Miss Karen does. You do your pre-event, post-event juice cleanse. Get your sleep in. Get your rest in. Get your calisthenics in. Because again, there is a lot to do, and it's not just because you're not sleeping, it's because you're doing a lot of work and doing a lot of business.
Yes.
That's what we are doing. So I want to thank all the panelists who participated, all of you who signed up. And again, keep an eye out for more information that we'll be sending out from national office. And have a great day, and we will see you in Nashville.
Can't wait to see you all.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
looking forward to it.